Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Mortgage Link, brought to you, of course, by Linkup Radio and Des Ethridge. And she's here today. And I think I got her. She's smiling because, I messed up her name yesterday a few times, but, I think I got it down pat now. All right. And
Yes, you have. You
I
have
have,
got it
right?
correct. Yes, it's
Okay.
Etheridge. Yesterday it was Etheridge, but it's
Ethridge.
Etheridge.
Yeah.
So yes, you got it.
All right, no problem. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, before we get things rolling, and we're going to be speaking a lot about mortgages for the next 5 minutes or so. I wanted to actually say we are live on 93.5 WVIP FM. We're live on Facebook, David Squeeze Annakie's page. Des Ethridge right now is sharing on her page, so you'll be able to see, okay, her on that. So please make sure you check it out. This show is about mortgages. It's about people buying homes. It's about people refinancing. But we're going to be top heavy on purchasing because we believe that every single person that's tuning in should own a piece of the American dream. I strongly believe in that, especially seeing that I am an immigrant, and I do believe that all of us deserve a piece of the American dream, deserve a piece of real estate right here in the United States. And ladies and gentlemen, who better to actually have speak with you about mortgages, getting that money, but a 16-year veteran in the mortgage industry. And that's Des Ethridge, and she's with Caliber Loans. So I want to welcome you again, Des, to the program.
Thank
How
you.
are you feeling today?
Lovely. The weather is not so cold. So, I was raised in warm weather, so I like when it's warm. So it's not so
Yeah,
bad today.
yeah. I mean, for me, I got to do some cleaning up, as you can see,
Oh, yes.
blow away some leaves and all of that stuff. But I'm liking the weather. It's, this time of the year, I kind of like it. You're out in your backyard, you're relaxing, you're getting that fresh air, and that's what it's all about. Can you imagine the people right now, Des, who are
Right.
actually living in a rental property? They're paying like 1,200, 1,500, 1,800, $2,000 a month in rent, and it's not their own property. So even if they're
Right.
standing in the backyard, the landlord probably is on one level smiling and saying, "Yeah, look at them. They just gave me their money." When they could actually have their own property standing in their backyard and have tenants in it. So
Exactly.
I want you as our mortgage loan officer to tell us more about how people can get into that property, buy that property. How do they go about getting a mortgage with you?
Okay. So, as you mentioned, I've been doing this for 16 years and it's my passion. There's no greater joy than having that homeowner close on their house, having their key, getting their key at the table, being able to turn the key to their own door and their own property, right?
Go on, proceed.
Okay. So, my job as a loan officer is to qualify you for that mortgage loan, right? Most people, we don't have the five, 600,000 or the $1 million in cash. So I am a loan officer. A lot of times people will confuse me with a real estate agent. As a loan officer, I get you the financing that you need in order to make that purchase, right? Now, in order to get that financing, there are some basic requirements that we have to follow. Uh, the three categories are: one, your income. We want to make sure that you can afford to make your payment. Uh, two, your credit. We want to see that you at least establish a history of paying your bills in a timely manner. And three, money for the purchase. Now, I would like to speak on all three of them, but we could never get to all three of them in one session. Um,
Why don't we have you start with the one that you think you should speak with on today here at the Mortgage Link? And before you do that, let me give out the number. If there's anyone out there that's looking for a mortgage right now, you want to buy that house. Is it pre-qualify or pre-approved? Which one it is? Is it, Des?
it's basically the same thing.
It's one and the same, pretty much.
It's
All
the
right.
same thing, right?
Yeah. If you want to get pre-approved for a mortgage right now, maybe you're buying in Queens, maybe you're buying in the Bronx, Brooklyn, wherever. What are the states you cover, Des?
I'm licensed in New York, New Jersey, Florida, and Georgia.
New York, New Jersey, Florida, and Georgia. So
Right.
if there's anyone looking for a mortgage right now and you're listening to 93.5 FM here on a Sunday, if you're watching us on Facebook, you need that mortgage, go with Des. I'm quite sure she will give you some phenomenal and very low interest rates. Call her now at 800-517-0235. That's 800-517-0235. Now, Des, a lot of people go shopping for homes before checking out the mortgage. So I want for you to pick which of the areas you want to speak about, but I also want you to expand or expound on that fact because a lot of people they decide to go shopping for a home and not getting pre-approved first. So I need for you to talk about that as they call you at 1-800-517-0235.
Right. That is actually quite correct. So the first thing someone would do is they would go online, right? They go to
Right.
Zillow and they look for a nice house in the neighborhood that they like. And immediately they call the agent that is
Mhm.
listed on that property.
Right.
99% of the time, that agent is going to say to you, are you pre-approved? If you're not pre-approved, they don't want to waste their time showing you that house
Mhm.
because it makes no sense to make the appointment for them to take time out of their day, bring you to the property, and then they find out that you can't afford to buy the house.
Right.
So by getting pre-approved with me first, you have the tool that you need, right? In order to go look at that house. And if you like it, if you're qualified for it, you make an offer right then and there. And this market is really hot. So properties don't stay on the market. There's actually a shortage of houses. So you want to go prepared so that you're in the best situation when you make that offer. Uh, when you go see that house, if you don't have a pre-approval, maybe it will take you a couple days to get one. Somebody else may walk in that same day with their pre-approval letter. So it's best for you to be equipped. And to be honest, you could ask any realtor. If you're not pre-approved, they're not going to even bother to show you a house.
So they don't want to waste their time. Nobody wants to
No,
waste their time. So if you're going to go buy a house, the first thing is to get pre-approved. And you can
right.
get pre-approved right now with Des Ethridge, ladies and gentlemen. Call her 800-517-0235. That's 800-517-0235. She's a homeowner. I'm a homeowner. I'm actually doing this
Yes.
show from my home comfortably. It's very important. Des, I'm serious about this. I want everybody to have a home. Every single person
Me too.
deserve it. Okay. And I see
And
why you are so passionate, why you're here on a Sunday helping people. You see why you are so passionate. People calling you from morning about mortgages. But go ahead. You're about to say something. You're about to say
right,
something,
like
right?
the rents. I wanted to talk about rents. The
Hmm.
amount of money that people are paying in rents these
Hmm.
days are comparable to mortgage payments,
Right.
right? A typical three-bedroom in New York City is what, $2,500. I've had customers who they would go to the realtor looking for an apartment to rent, and we've been able to flip them to buyers because when they realize that this is the amount that they're going to pay in rent, and then you show them a property that's much bigger than their apartment that they're going to buy. You look at their income because you have to qualify to rent an apartment as well, right? You have to show the income. You have to show that you could afford to pay that $2,500. So a lot of times we would show them that, listen, this is what it takes to buy a home, and they end up buying instead of renting. So I think uh, a lot of people just don't have the knowledge that they need in order to make these decisions, right? They sit there and they want to own a home, and they're like, I think I want to own a home, but I can afford it yet, or I don't have enough money, or they have all these blocks in their own mind. But the
Hmm.
minute I sit with them and I answer some of these questions, or I explain some of the things that they're confused about or they don't know, then they're able to see a different way. They're able to see another path. They realize that, oh, I could actually buy a home, own it, and I end up paying less than what I even would pay in rent. That's just a scenario. It happens, especially when you have multifamily properties like a 2-unit home where you have a
Hmm.
unit that gives you rental income. So I'm here to give that knowledge. I mean, you will always have renters, right? I'm a landlord, so I have
Hmm.
renters and I want people to pay my rent, of course. But there's a time for everything. So you may start out renting, but I think over time, as
Ultimately.
you grow, your family grows, then you may begin to owe. And as a landlord, you move on, you find another tenant, and the cycle continues. So
Absolutely.
I'm here to help us own more homes because home ownership is how you build wealth.
Got
It's
you.
one of
Definitely
the
true.
main ways of, like how you build wealth and how you
Yep.
pass on something to your
Generation
generation,
wealth.
the younger generation. Right.
Right. There
Because
you
you,
go.
you buy a home and you build through the equity in that home. There is almost anyone, I don't think there's anyone who could say they bought a house 10 years ago or 15 years ago
And it's
that
not worth
cost
more now.
less than what they paid for it then. And
Absolutely.
10 years ago, if you should ask, they would tell you, oh, it was expensive. It was
Got you.
expensive then. So,
Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, on 93.5 WVIP FM and here on Facebook, if you're just joining us, this is the Mortgage Link. I'm speaking with Des Ethridge, and she's speaking about people out there who are still paying rent. So here's what's going to happen. She's going to get off in a few, right? She wants to speak with every single person out there that is paying rent. If you are paying rent, spend a few minutes with her and let her explain to you how you can get into a house more than likely for the same amount of money you're paying your landlord. That could be your mortgage payment or maybe even less. And do remember, you actually can buy a house with your family member. By yourself, with a family member, up to five people, I believe you can actually buy a house with. But pick up the phone now and call her this second. Yes, it's a Sunday, but spend a couple of minutes. Spend 2, 3 minutes speaking with her. If you can't speak with her today, set an appointment to speak with her throughout the week. The number to reach your mortgage loan officer, Des Ethridge, is 800-517-0235. That's 800-517-0235. Make the link, make the call. 1-800-517-0235. Call her directly. Call her now. Speak with her about the fact that you're actually paying way too much rent. Sometimes you don't even get enough heat. Sometimes you're being harassed. Do the right thing. Make the call. Get the mortgage now. Get pre approved and go shopping for that home. 1-800-517-0235. Many people have these gross misconception that you can't own a home. You need certain things, certain special things. No, let's take the complexity out of it. Let's take all of the complexity out of that. Let's take all the complexity out of you owning a home. Forget about the complexity. Let Des take care of that. All right. That's what she does. For 16 years, she has been doing it. Come on,
right.
people. Well, stop throwing your money away. Every day you get up, you're throwing your money away. Stop. You can't even write off anything with that money that you're paying in rent. You can't write it off. You can't write it off at all. It's
No,
gone. Poof. Bye bye. See you. It's not going towards any equity. It's going towards someone else's equity, not yours in their home. So you're making them rich. Okay? Don't stop doing it. Come on. 1-800-517-0235. Quickly, let's touch on credit, Des, and then I'll let you go take some of those calls coming in right now.
okay. Uh, so yes, when it comes to credit, there are quite a bit of misconceptions. So this is a very common one that I get from people I come across. Oh, I have a balance on my credit card. My balance on my credit card is 5,000 or 10,000, and that's not good. I always explain to them it's not the balance that you have on the credit card; it's the monthly payment that you have to make. So you may have a $5,000 or $10,000 balance, but that monthly payment may be $25. Or you may have a 10,000 balance and the payment may be 300. It's the payment that matters. So that's just one of the misconceptions that they have. The bottom line is I'll never be able to tell you everything, but if you call me and speak to me directly, I'll be able to tell you what you need to hear in order to help you get your mortgage, because every customer is different, every situation is different. Everybody has their own little thing going on that requires a different explanation or a different, way
Mhm.
of looking at it.
And
When
sorting
it
it out.
comes to money, right? You may not have enough money. I may have a customer that has a 401k that doesn't know that they could take money from their 401k. They didn't even know that their 401k mattered, right? So that's why you have the one-on-one conversation with me, because mortgages, the information is too much. I can never tell you everything you need to know, no matter how much time we have.
And that's the
So
reason and that's the reason why you are the loan officer. So here's what we're gonna do.
yeah,
All right. I know a lot of people are tuning in right now. I am David Squeeze Annakie. I've been on this radio station since 1996. Most people, broadcasters and non broadcasters, say I have the biggest mouth on this radio station. It's true. I do. And I yell and I scream. Sometimes I'm very soft, and sometimes I even get upset with a lot of you listeners. And one of the things I will get upset with you about is the fact that we came to this country as immigrants, and we're probably going to leave this planet without owning a piece of real estate. Or even if you already own a piece, get another one. If you have kids, make sure you're leaving multiple real estate for them. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody else is doing it. Why can't we as immigrants do it? And I'm very happy that I have an immigrant woman here, a black woman. And I am very proud to say she's a part of my alumni, okay? Finest school ever, okay? We know that, Columbia.
Colombia.
You all know that. So
Yes.
we're here and we want to help you. So every one of you, if you are paying rent right now, if you don't have perfect credit or you do have perfect credit, let Des take care of you. Why if you have perfect credit? Because she, ladies and gentlemen, understand the process and can potentially give you the right loan with the right interest rate, better than the depositor's bank that you put your money in every month or every day. Call her now. Everyone that wants to buy a home, everyone that wants to get pre-approved, regardless of your credit, give her a call. She'll get you on the right path, get you on the right track, and ultimately get you pre-approved to get into that house. And if you have a landlord, call her now. Let her show you how you can fire that landlord right now. The number is 1-800-517-0235. That's 1-800-517-0235. Give Des Ethridge a call. 1-800-517-0235. That's 1-800-517-0235. And ladies and gentlemen, remember that Caliber Homes is a licensed mortgage banker, New York State Department of Financial Services, located at 330 South Service Road, and that's at Suite 130, Melville, New York. NMLS number is 15622, and they're an equal housing lender. LO NMLS 137044. Anything else you got to say before you take those calls coming in, Des?
Uh, when you call me, it comes directly to my cell phone. If you don't get me, I'm probably speaking to another client. I will always call you back. You're free to leave a message to let me know your name, and I'll call you right back if I'm not able to pick up on the first ring. But I'm a very responsive individual, and my goal is to help you get into your home. So I see the calls coming in as we're speaking.
All
I'm
right.
not able to take the call just yet, but as soon as I get off, I'll be able to take the call and we could have our one-on-one discussion and we could get on our way to helping you owning that home.
Absolutely. And just for the people out there, I mean, she will text you from this number, 917-744-1153. That's
Correct.
917-744-1153. So if you get a text from that number, okay, from instead of 917-744, that's your new loan officer texting you saying, hey, I got your call. Hit me back. All right.
That's right.
And the main number for the mortgage
Awesome.
link, which points to that, is 1-800-517-0235. I love this. I'm very happy we're doing this. I just feel
Yes.
so elated about all of this. I'm very happy that you and I were doing something in helping everybody out there. And the good thing, the thing I like about it, that you're so passionate about it. Even if someone is not qualified right now, you're gonna let them understand what they need to do to get qualified, what they need to add. You know. So thank you
Exactly
so much.
so.
Thank you so much, Des, for doing this. All right.
You're
And remind me,
welcome.
I gotta send you some BioLife also, because I gotta make sure you stay as beautiful as you are. All right.
Yes, please.
Maintain that. All right. And thanks
Thank you,
again
David.
for taking some time out on a Sunday to speak to the people about mortgages. All right. Thanks again, and
Anytime.
we'll talk soon.
Okay.
All
Bye-bye.
right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick it back over to Zenmar Kelly. He's going to be speaking a little bit about BioLife, and we're going to give you some true success stories also before we actually give you some specials. Stay with us. This is obviously Link Up Radio at 93.5 WVIP on a Sunday, and we got your BioLife products coming at you. We got the Bio Extreme, we got the BioLife Plus Supreme, we got the Alpha Plus Greens, but don't take my word for it. Let's hear some true success stories. Let's hear one or two of the thousands of people that have used BioLife for the past, what? 15 years. Stay with us. Link Up Radio. And thank you once again so much, Des Ethridge over at Caliber Loans, for taking care of us right here on Link Up Radio.